Welcome to another episode of New to Me. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and today we're talking about the Mountain Dog softboxes. And let's just jump into this thing. First off, it is one of the single bulb umbrella ones, and it works just fine. Like you just collapses like an umbrella, opens up like an umbrella. Perfectly fine. It's not the greatest material ever made. In fact, the material inside here that's actually holding the umbrella material, and I'll show you a close-up here, it's being held together by, when you buy a shirt at a store and you have the tag from the store and there's that plastic piece with the T on it that's punched through the material and you have to cut that off? That is what it is being held in with. Now, I don't know whether this is an ingenious thing or whether this is going to be an absolute failure. I'm leaning more toward absolute failure. But it is interesting that they didn't even stitch it. They just did it like, we got one of these tag labelers. Let's just, there we go, perfect. Yeah, kind of a corner cut, kind of ridiculous. Just don't understand why they just didn't stitch it. Makes no sense. Now, this is, now swing around to the back, we have your standard, this is your standard adjustment. It is fairly good, it adjusts well. And of course you can, adjust it sideways or the way I have it. So you standard on-off switch. And it does come with this very, 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 very cheap stand. It's not the greatest. I like these cheap stands because I like to bring like my smaller lights and throw this all in a bag so it's lightweight and just, you put my smaller lights on them. So I like to keep these. I don't ever throw the cheap ones away. And if you weigh it down with a bag or a sandbag, you're fine. Also, this thing is not going to tip over unless you push it over. I know there were some things on Amazon saying, oh, it falls over. I'm like, yeah, because you probably knock it over. Now, it does come with two 135 watt bulbs. And one of the things is when you put these in, you never want to touch the bulb because like halogens, your oils in your hands will get on it, any bulb really, and it'll short out your bulb. But it's very easy to install. You just kind of screw this in like so, and you're good to go. Now this does have diffusion, and it is your cheap, regular nylon, just like every other softbox, it is a cheap nylon. I'm glad it's not shower curtain material. The EDSSI brand, which is super cheap on Amazon as well, actually gave me one of these, and it had shower curtain material. It's like this thick, like you would find in a shower curtain. And that's going to catch fire. This is not going to catch fire. This is pretty good. This is decent for a super cheap softbox. Now let's take a look at the light's color, and this is where it really disappoints. I don't know if you could see it because I'm shooting at 300 Kelvin, or maybe you can. This has a slight green hue, and the bulb is only a CRI of probably 80. That's the thing is most cheap bulbs are got to be CRI of 80, and again, it takes a while for the bulb to kind of fully light up. You have to wait a while with fluorescent bulbs. Not great, not super bright as you can see, and we'll do a white wall test. And this is it open. It's just not, for 135 watts, it's not super bright. It's not blinding me. Not like my 120 LED light that, I can't look into. This is not great. It's fine. Now you can replace this with an LED bulb, but they're not great either. You're only going to be able to find LED bulbs with a CRI of 80. You can find the photography bulbs here, the big ones. You can find the 135s, but with a CRI that's great. I think it's 90, but that's about it. I haven't been able to find, I've only been able to find, and I'll put a link down in the notes below where on Amazon I found a 2-pack for $30, which has a CRI of 90, so it says, which I probably will eventually try at some point. Now, here's the thing. I paid $24 on a lightning deal for this. This usually goes for about $26 to $35. Again, I'll leave the notes below. And then you've got to pay $20 to get new bulbs. That makes this thing like almost $40. if you have other lights, if you have like a something with a Bowens mount, you have like the Genray Torpedo, which I reviewed last week, or an Aperture or something like that, definitely just spend the money on a softbox for your for that light. I mean, you know, Apertures have Bowens mounts, so you don't need to buy the Aperture stuff. You can get anything that's Bowens and mounted on there, and it's much cheaper than getting a Light Dome or Light Dome 2. And it works just the same. I kind of have this love-hate relationship because I started with soft boxes. I used to, have the 4 bulb ones where you had to put all the wands in, which I hated. And I wanted something I could just pop open and use for products and things like that. And while I like this, I'm probably going to not keep this. I'm probably going to just get a soft box for my spot flood. I'll get a lot more control, a lot more light on it. So final thoughts. Do you need something like this? Can you use it? Yes. In your studio, maybe for product things. You're not going to be traveling with this thing. I don't think it's going to hold up. And I know because the case that the umbrella comes in is this very cheap nylon, which is going to shred. And you get an even cheaper bag. This bag is so terrible. This will go right in the garbage. There's no way this bag is not going to rip and shred on you. I wish they would have. And this is the bag to hold the stand, the lights, the whole thing, and it's just garbage. So that's it. Let me know in the comments below if you have one of these or if you're looking for something cheap. This is okay. I say spend a little bit more money for like an LS Studio or newer or an ICANN, something a little bit better than this. But if you're on a super budget, you have no money, if you can get this for under $25, it's pretty good. It's usable. You'll just have to adjust for the green hue of the bulb. So that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button to be notified when we post brand new videos. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is new to me.